Hello, welcome back to the channel. I'm Ian Explores. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at another street, this time on the West Marsh, and I'll tell you what it is when we get up to it. So, on with the video.
Lord Street in Grimsby has a history tied to its role as a residential and commercial area, particularly within the West Marsh district. Initially, it was home to various businesses and residences, including a primitive Methodist mission chapel. Later, parts of the street, especially in West Marsh, suffered bomb damage during World War II. More recently, Lord Street has seen the demolition of the original chapel and its replacement by the Haven Methodist Chapel. Early development. Lord Street, like much of the West Marsh area, developed as a residential and commercial area, with businesses like C.E. Corringham's Warehouse, Lord Street Mission Chapel. A primitive Methodist mission chapel was built on Lord Street in 1892. World War II damage. During World War II, some areas of Lord Street and nearby James Street in West Marsh experienced significant bomb damage, with some buildings destroyed or requiring extensive repairs. The Haven Methodist Chapel. In 1968, the congregation of the Lord Street Mission Chapel united with the South Parade Chapel, forming the Haven. The original Lord Street Chapel was demolished in 1968, and the new Haven Methodist Chapel was built on the same site in 1970. West Marsh history. Lord Street is part of the West Marsh area, which has its own rich history, including its development as an industrial and residential area, its experiences during both World Wars, and its unique landmarks like the Duke of York Gardens. Lord Street in Grimsby has a history tied to both residential and commercial development, with notable businesses like Lord's Bone March Department Store and C.E. Corringham's Warehouse having occupied the street. The area has also been home to grocers, a fish and chip shop, and other small businesses. Here's a more detailed look at Lord Street's history. Lord's Bone March. Frederick Fields Lord established a drapery business in Grimsby in the 1870s, eventually expanding it into a large department store named Lord's Bone March on Cleethorpe Road, which is close to Lord Street. The store, known for its Italianate architecture, included various departments such as dresses, silks, furs, curtains, carpets, and furniture. C.E. Corringham's Warehouse. A building on Lord Street was once a warehouse for C.E. Corringham, and also served as a warehouse for Lawson and Stockdale. Other businesses. Lord Street has also been home to various other businesses over the years, including a grocery shop owned by Christine Plant's family and a fish and chip shop called Regent Fisheries. West Marsh. Lord Street is located within the West Marsh area of Grimsby, which has its own rich history of shops and businesses. Early development. The area has seen residential development alongside its commercial history, with houses backing onto the street.
This is the National Libraries of Scotland maps, by the way. May have changed. I don't know when they update these, but the dates on this one, I took this off, was 1962 to 1964. And it said that there was 208 houses down here. There's probably more. Like I said, I don't know. Because you know how things change, things get built and everything else. But the AI just told you a lot about round here. It told you about this building. And here, this is Corrigan's. And also Lawson's of Stockdale used to use it as well. One of the shops what stood out was a shop called Plants. Yeah, and it used to sell everything. That's one of the major shops down. I'm going to go up and show you where that was. I listened to a voice thing last night and it told you the lady talking must have been a relative or something like that. But yeah. By the way, some of the shops down here, I don't know them all, by the way. I can't, you know, I couldn't find a lot of them. But there's one here, E.A. Harrison, and it was on the corner of Lord Street and James Street. Baker's the Butchers, and that started off down here. May have started off somewhere else, but down here is where it was. Baker's is now on the corner of Ennis Road there now, and the one on Cromwell Road. And now it's back in the market. There was a cobbler's down here. Another shop, Maureen's the Chemist. And I've just mentioned Plants. There was Tregunner's Paper Shop, a fish shop, Nicholson's, Stanloff's, or is it Stanloff's Cobblers, and many others. I mean, the fish and chip shops down here and all sorts. I'll try and put some of them out anyway. But a lot of these will have gone by now and converted into houses, like is what happens. Or flats, you know, landlords get them and they take them. So let's just turn this around. As you can see over there. See, look, you can see the style of the corner shop, the white one. This one's been changed a bit. We're going to move down further anyway. Oh, just before I go, look, that's where you got your horse and cart would have gone through here. There's another one of these on the other side of the road, which I have done before. I'll show you that one as I get up to it. But that's what used to happen. You only go in there with your goods and offload it into your shop. I'm not going to go down here. I think I've done this before. But in the middle, there's cobbles. Look, you can see how wide this used to be. That would be the width of a cart. This is 57 Lord Street. And it was first occupied in 1893 by a Frederick George Moody, a grocer. Okay, and he had it on for quite a while. He had a number 57 and 59, so I'm guessing it's the shop next door, look. These two, which stands to reason if it's odd numbers. So he had both of them. He had it until 1902, and then S.C. Hall, grocer, he had it. 1906, Joseph Smith, a grocer. 1910, Percy Needham, a grocer, and 1921 the same name. So this has been, you know, quite a few owners in its past. I'll go a bit further down. What was it? It was still a grocer's, and it was Tom Sleever. That's how you say it. That was a general store. He had it in the 1960s, and then it was Adele's Hairdressers until 1970. Then it was Adele's Hairdressers in 1970 to 2009, and now, as you can see, in 2015, it was Bella's and a tattoo shop. So yeah, so that's a bit of history on that one there. So why did all these corner shops go, which sold everything you needed for your house, for everyday life? The first UK supermarket, self-service grocery store, opened in 1948 in Manor Park in London. And the first supermarket in Grimsby was believed to be Asda, which opened in February 1970 on Cleethorpes Road, which is now occupied by Ramsden's Home Interiors. That's just past Aldi's. So yeah, that's what that says on there. So if any of you know different, just let me know in the comments below, because I mean, sometimes some of this information on here can be wrong. And that's what happened. So from about the 1970s, all these corner shops, you know, they went. I'm talking of which, we're coming up to one now, but she's still got it style on it. So look, here we go. Oh, there. This is the corner of Ripon Street. But nearly every corner, though, like I was mentioning, had these corner shops on it. A lot of them did. One of these shops, everything was weighed and counted, really personal service, and obviously you had great conversation. Okay, on with the video. That's sort of an example of that, having one in the front room, like was mentioned on some of the voices I heard from the past. Well, that was really good. Look, it's a laundrette. A bit further down now, another corner shop on the corner there. Strange, eh? Corner shop on the corner, bit of a good one. But you can see though, it's the same style, they've been altered. Now here, fish and chip shop. Now there's a few down here. This one looks like it's going to be sold. I think I've seen this one before. Now as the AI mentioned, this is said church over there, look, rebuilt. But the thing with this, and I noticed it before, now as you probably heard the AI telling you it was demolished. Well, I know some of the stones have been used, but if you look over there, see at the top, that pinnacle, I wonder if that was part of it. And they left that building just there, look. Comments below if you do know. This next one is the corner of Richard Street. And yeah, again, another corner shop. If any of you know what these are originally, it says laundrette on there. Just let me know. You can see ghost signs behind there, but I can't see it. I guess the yellow must have been the original. But we're going to keep going. I'm now walking up to Aycroft Street. It's in front of me with this round. I have done that before, the Aycroft Street Laundry, which is over that, or was over that way, should I say. Can't say it is, can I? It runs up there to the boulevard. But if any of you got memories, you lift off these side streets even. You know, any hidden shops that was down there, just let me know in the comments below. It'd be great to know about. Because like I said, on the talking bit I heard, I think it was on an heritage site. The lady was mentioning some people open shops in the front rooms. You might be doing that today, you'd be arrested, wouldn't you? What are you doing, you know? Okay, there's another corner shop on here, look, converted. This is a corner of Arthur Street and Lord Street. So I'd love to know the names of some of these old shops. I had that list on there. I probably walked past them. Or they're probably on that list I read out to you. I don't know. I'm going to keep walking down here. Right, come up to another corner shop now, which is now this. Now, this used to be Regency Fisheries on the corner of Henry Street and Lord Street. A fish and chip shop. One of many down here. I think there's two. The one behind I've just shown you, the attic one. But yeah. Our next shop, the next one is on James Street. This one here, right on the corner. Now, the reason and the only clue that this was a corner shop, you see the blue there? That is the only clue you've got. This was exactly a corner shop. What it was, I don't know. It's this corner of James Street and Lord Street. I'm now stood on Joseph Street. Now, there's a few things on here. Okay, so we've got Plant's shop, which was next to Burkitt's the Butcher's. Now, Burkitt's, as we know, is in town, top of Grenville Street and Cromwell Road, and was originally on here. So they haven't moved far. The Cromwell Road's only up the road from here. Okay, and it says here the top of Law Street before you get to Boulevard Avenue. That's where the Plant's shop was and Burkitt's. And also, in the same area where I'm on now, was Maureen's the Chemist. And it says Joseph Street. So I'm going to turn this here. These are where all the shops were in here. Now, I do, if I remember rightly, the bike shop was on the corner there. And it's probably here, if anybody can tell me in the comments below, there's probably where Plant's shop was and Burkitt's. Well, please leave it in the comments below, because I'm 100%, all I've got is a picture in my hand of where the bike shop was. I'll tell you what they did actually. It was established in 1920, it says on here. And it was motorcycle and motor engineers. And there was agencies for Raleigh, Humber, Triumph, New Hudson and BSA. Very good. So that's what they did in there. Now I had a Raleigh chopper. Just go down the side here anyway. Quick. There you go. You had to walk through there. But yeah, this is where it was in here. For all these houses now, and there's still a shop on the end. But like I said, if anybody of you know which way around that is, please let me know in the comments below. But I do remember seeing the bike shop. Okay, let's move on. End of another video there. That was a more in-depth look at Lord Street on the West Marsh. So on that note, I'd like to welcome all my new subscribers to the channel. I really appreciate it. And for all you watching my content, I really appreciate that. And I'll leave you with this, a quick look at the river.